Hello, everybody. My name is Don Robeson. Here, I'm now going to describe to you how zombies, how they work, and how to destroy them. Most reasons because of how I believe things could happen down the road. I hope this never really happens for some reasons. The world that we are in now will never be ready. Lots of people will suffer the outcome, and it will turn most normal people into something they don't remember, and things that you are used to will never be the same after. Mostly because of how things will change month, weeks, days, for as long as you know. Why zombies? Mostly because since George A. Romero made his first zombie film, Night of the Living Dead, in 1968, the concept and theory of zombies has been in the minds of everyone who thinks they could come to light at any time. He unfortunately got the nickname the Godfather of the Dead. From then on, the world was not wanting this to ever happen. But if you really search for it, a small group of people called preppers prepare for this event in case it ever would happen. There are many types of infected. As you can see here, stage one would be emergency room victims. That's right after you're freshly bit and turned. Then you have stage two and stage three. Stage three is basically when stuff starts falling off. Basically, the zombies you see in TVs, movies, games. They're very valuable skills and that's needed, especially group skills. You have to make sure each member of your group, no matter who you're with, it could be your best friend, your neighbor, somebody that cuts you off down the road that you end up saving their life. You got to make sure each of you know exactly what you're doing, so that nobody will suffer and nobody gets killed, because that is the hardest thing to deal with. Another one is skills, gun skills. Guns are used in this world if it ever happens as a last resort. Not many people want this to happen. I don't want it to happen, but if it did, that's mostly why. Melee. That's my weapon of choice if this would ever happen. Swords, knives, screwdrivers, machetes. Best use only if you have one infected, so you don't risk alerting others. Because when infected are together, they always end up going in herds, groups, like we do if we go to a party. We always end up sticking together. Be prepared to do things that you don't usually do. I know it says be prepared to do things. What? Anything. That's mostly what I'm explaining here is survival skills. You have to make sure you're willing to do anything, because you will have to do things that you don't normally do. You could be a stockbroker on Wall Street and you end up having to hunt for a deer and you never hunt in your life. You're going to have to do that, especially building. Now, building skills, I consider building skills to be the same as medical skills. If you're a former nurse, architect, welder, mechanic, builder, you're you are the most valuable necessity in this world that happens to come true. Like I said before in previous slides, the worst case situation, I don't ever want to wish this to happen to anybody, but if it ever does, you're not going to be ready. Nobody is. I don't care who you are. Nobody is ready for if one of your group members gets infected. You have to deal with it fast. It could be your mother, your sister, your best friend. It could be your pastor, or anything. Anybody that's with you that's infected, you have to deal with it as fast as possible, or you're going to risk danger to your entire group. Like I said, the choices can change you. They do affect you major. Now, I will go a little off topic. Pop culture has also produced a lot of training for those who want to prepare for this if it ever would happen. There's also a book, too, that was made in 2003, made by a author of the name of Matt Brooks, which also then became a film. Some of the games that were made, now I know a lot of people probably see these games, but I wanted to stress that these games that you're seeing now have been considered as training to prepare if that were to actually happen. Some of the villains from the games, as you can see. Another one of the games that's here. And here's another one here. And the last one. In conclusion, what I've learned from all these, and plus what I already know, if I explain that to all of you, we can be ready for if anything like this were to happen. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your night.